Hello, beautiful people. It is a brand new week and more hobbies, more passions, whatever you want to call them. Yeah, there's a lot of yarn behind me right now. As you can see, I went to the yarn store and also ordered some yarn from Lind Hobby. Let me just show you. And then I'm going to go through this really briefly though. So I did end up getting some new needles. They did not have lantern moon needles there, and they barely had chiagoo needles there. So I just went on ahead and got some of these because I actually need some to finish off my project, and I just want to have them on hand anyway. I got that size. So this is a 2.5 millimeter or a US 1.5. I just like doing millimeters because it just is easier. And then I got 2 millimeter or a US 0. And I'm gonna need this for armholes. And that is for my camisole number 9 by My Favorite Things. And I know that this is gonna end up being too big. This is just regular cotton yarn. And I probably should have lessened my stitches or used a smaller needle, but I didn't because I didn't know. So of course I'm going to remake it because I'm not just going to like give up, because that's silly. But I do want to start making the hem soon, and then just the armholes, just so that I know how to do it. So what I got from the yarn shop was the Knitting for Olive merino. I really wanted the cotton merino, but it's fine. I will still probably use this, but it's fine. If I need the cotton merino, I will just have to order it. And I do like the colors of Knitting for Olive, probably the best out of that whole yarn shop, because the colors are just so pretty and actually wearable. But this is very soft, I can't lie. This is very, very soft. And I'm looking forward to using it to redo the camisole number 9. And I got 3 of these. I do believe this is still a skein. I say skein, but I guess it's skein. I got 3 of them. This is 50, 50, 50. So 150 grams. And that is all the pattern calls for. I may need to get one more. If I do end up needing to get one more, I will just order it. And then I also want to make camisole number 5, which looks like that. It is definitely a little bit more difficult, but in order to learn how to do stuff, you just have to kind of dive in, and that's just kind of how I've always been. So I ended up getting this cotton linen. I'm going to gauge swatch. I know. I did not gauge swatch with my camisole number 9, but I definitely should have, so that I could have known. But yeah, I got 4 of these hanks. These are called hanks apparently. And so I was like, let's just see what happens, because I could have just used the knitting for Olive as well, but they did have this color if I'm not mistaken. Also, I did want something that wasn't merino, or was a cotton merino blend. And I just really like this color, and I know this is going to look so good once it's done. One thing I do love doing in the summer is playing around with color. And if it doesn't work out, we'll move on to a different project. That is always an option. Okay, and now for my favorite part. I'm going to make this Haze cardigan by Ranti Studios. And I pretty much just used the recommended yarn, and it's the Merino Baby Love by Katya. And it is in this pretty royal blue color. To complement that, I also got some brushed alpaca silk, and pretty much the same color. Obviously, it's a little bit more muted, but I think this is going to look really good together. So I'm definitely looking forward to this. I'll probably end up doing a swatch or 2 for this one, just because I need to go ahead and do that. But I am impressed. This is a superwash, so I'm kind of like interested in using a superwash. It is really soft. I was seeing someone say that superwash was overrated, but if it's this soft, I guess it's just gonna have to be overrated. I don't know. That is my little haul from both the yarn shop, and the blue yarn is from Lind Hobby. That is not from the yarn shop. Forgot to mention that. I'm looking forward to all of these. So I guess I'm gonna work on my gauge swatches. And I feel like I can use regular knitting needles for that. I just finished working on the gauge swatch for the Haze cardigan. I am in love with this color. I think it complements my skin tone so well. I feel like it could have been a little deeper, but the brushed, well, they're both kind of a little dull, but I think because the brushed silk alpaca has white in it, like little speckles of white, there is some of that washing out. But either way, I like it. This is so different for me because normally I would be like, yeah, let me just do a black one. And that is always an option to crochet, knit a black one up as well. I do think this is going to be a fairly easy project, and I say that with very minimal experience, but this gauge swatch knitted up so quick, like the way I kind of flew through it. And I was struggling with this one, the camisole number 9 gauge swatch, just because I was using 2.5 millimeter needles, and I was like, I need the 3 millimeter ones, but I broke mine, and I just wanted to kind of figure it out after the fact because I know the 3 millimeter will be fine. But I also am using the 2.5 millimeters for the straps because I was reading that using a smaller needle can help reduce stretch. And because I know when I finish the camisole number 9, I'm actually going to wear it and probably wear it a lot because I love tops like that. So I would not be surprised if the Haze cardigan and the camisole number 9 get worn together. Like they're going to go together like two peas in a pod. But I just think this turned out so nice. My stitches are looking really good. I'm improving every day. I did drop a stitch on this one, but I'm still going to go ahead and block it. I'm not going to redo it. Mostly because I'm making a cardigan, so it can fit a little oversized. So if it's a little long or big, I'm really not tripping too much off of that. It is what it is. I want to do a project where I'm not like constantly having to fix things, because with a summer knit, I feel like you have to be a lot more careful to not mess anything up because it will be very visible. And the way both of these, but mostly this one, because I think it's this one, the way these glide on the needles is, oh my God, like it's a dream, because I was working with cotton, and you have to remember that cotton is not the easiest to work with. So I was really making it more difficult for myself. But I knew that going into it, because even working with cotton in crochet is difficult. So yeah, I'm very excited to start on that project. But first, I have to redo the camisole number 9. I feel like now that I've done it, it's not going to take me nearly as long to get to join in the round. Like once I join in the round, that's when I'll know, like, okay, cool, like we're good, and I just keep going. Because it was actually what was taking the longest. Like I was like, I have to keep going until 26 centimeters. Oh my God, like this is taking forever. And that's all I was thinking the entire time. So I feel like it'll end up all working out, and I'll probably count better because I wasn't really counting as much, just like getting bored. Like, cause I was like, oh yeah, I get to join in the round, I'm not gonna count. Then I went back and counted, and I was off by like 3 stitches, which I still don't know how I did that, and I am still working on the slip over for my mom, and I'm going to continue with this while I wait for my 3 millimeter needles to get here, because they definitely broke. I actually broke them. I kneeled on them, and I did not think that they were gonna break because like they seemed so sturdy. So yeah, that was an expensive purchase, I will say that. It's so funny because I never come on here dressed. I'm always in like my house stuff. But today I'm dressed because I actually left the house. Trying to figure out if my room is clean enough to show you guys. My outfit, it's very simple. And I already took my shoes off, so. But I have on linen pants and I had on tights underneath. And then this top, which is kind of tight. I think this needs to go a size up. But just a very basic outfits. Right now I have on my Birkenstocks, but I was wearing my New Balance tennis shoes. Yeah, today just went out, got some provisions, and well, that was actually yesterday. Provisions was yesterday. Today has been kind of on the chill side because I got a lot of editing done and I'm pretty much ahead on my journaling. And then also I'm waiting on the knitting needle cord to get in because I ordered the wrong size of the chiagoo interchangeable needles. So I have the 3mm because I broke mine, and the twist cable. I was so excited, but then this is large. So I was definitely like, oh, well, that stinks. So I, of course, had to wait, and then it got delayed. And fingers crossed it doesn't get delayed again. Ooh, it might be looking that way. We'll see, though. We'll see. But I did have to do some personal things. I have to change my insurance over. And I don't know why it's so hard. Like when you call your doctor's office, it's always this big deal to like tell them. And like one of the doctors that I called was like, oh yeah, okay, we can do that, cool. And they did it in like 5 minutes. But the other ones, it's constant questions. So I don't know. I'm also thinking about switching my primary care provider just because I want to go back to my old one, which is actually further from me, but it was just easier to get care. But anyway. Don't mind the way that I look right now. It is Friday. Typically, Friday is my day off, and I don't do anything on this day, but we'll see what happens. Right now, there is a snowstorm possibly on its way. Where I live, it is always up in the air whether or not it is going to snow, like for real, for real. At one point, the weather apps were saying like between 18 to 21 inches. Then it throttled down, of course. But like with weather, if it's moving across the country, it's going to dissipate. So yeah, I'm not going to go too much into that because I've been talking about it with my mom ad nauseum. But it's possibly going to snow. It is looking like it's going to because that's just what the weather people are saying. It does look like it's going to ice over. It's going to be wintry mix, which I think is more dangerous than snow. Like snow is a lot easier to navigate in, whereas ice, sleet is not. So yeah, I don't know. I am a little worried about that. And where I live, they sometimes plow the roads, sometimes don't. And I think with this specific storm, we may or may not get. It is very possible that we could be stuck in the house for about a week. The same thing happened last year. It snowed altogether around 18 inches, and they did not send any plow trucks for about a week and a half. I could not get my car out. I was trying to figure out what I was going to do during this snow day. Well, obviously, I'm going to like get cozy, continue to knit, continue to journal. I actually want to do a journaling session today, but that's if I get my cleaning done because I really need to clean up and get all this stuff up off the floor, put everything back in its place because it's looking a little crazy in here. What am I gonna read? What am I gonna watch? I don't have anything lined up for a snow day. I know what I'm gonna cook. I definitely want to make more bibimbap. That has been like my comfort meal these last 2 weeks. I've made it twice now, and it has come out so good each time. The last one was probably the best one. Definitely some soups. I've been on a big soup kick. I've been doing like the eat some miso soup in the morning thing, and just broth in general. I should probably grab some bone broth when I go to the store. We have to run to the store to get some paper towels. That's like the one thing we don't have. So we did get food. We didn't like stock up like how people are like mass stocking or anything. We got food for about a week. We have a car that'll navigate the ice and snow, so we're not too worried about being stuck. Like if we have to go out, we can. It's just best if we don't, because it would suck to get stranded somewhere. Where is my brain right now? My brain is like not working right now. I have paused so much right now, and part of that is because I am 99% sure it is that time of the month. I have been feeling off all week, but today my brain is just like taking forever to process things. Wow, like huh. So yeah, like I'm trying to like talk to you guys. I know what I want to say, but it's just not coming out. It may end up being a rest day. Still gonna clean though. My mind is just all over the place. I will come back when I have found my mind. Maybe I need to eat something, but I'll come back. I'm gonna write in my project planner. So yeah, I'll be back. This is I don't know what's going on. Oh my goodness, the snow is here. So many people doubted that the snow would come, but here it is. And it looks like a lot of it. I'm not sure how much. I don't know if I want to go out there because it is very, very cold. Oh, but yeah, lots and lots of snow. So it has been interesting. I have been not scrolling. It is now Sunday, by the way. I've not been scrolling, and part of that is because when I click on TikTok, this is what still pops up for me. I really haven't decided if I'm going to, well, I have to click agree regardless of what happens, but I haven't decided if I'm going to stay on TikTok or not. But it has been nice for the last couple of days to not feel like I have to scroll. And it's so weird to say that because at like any given point, I could just delete the app and not scroll. But I feel like I'm gonna do what I've done with Twitter, and that is hide my app. From what I've heard, it has changed. Like the algorithm is very different. That's just what people are saying now. That could be true, couldn't be true, whatever. I don't know. Haven't been on there. But I'm gonna hide the app from myself, like not put it on my homepage because it probably shouldn't have been there anyway. I'm not gonna put it on any of my pages. Like in order to get to TikTok, I'll have to search for it. Only because like I have been getting sent videos recently, so I don't know. I don't know how I feel. So like when I'm on Twitter now or X, whatever you want to call it, if someone sends me a Twitter video or something that's on Twitter, I can click on the link, it'll still pop up. And, you know, I might, after looking at the tweet, go through some other tweets and then I'm like, oh yeah, this is why I'm off the app. I typically would close out. Like, I don't scroll on Twitter anymore at all. I feel like I can do the same with TikTok. And I will say there has just been a lot less noise since that thing popped up. So I don't feel very tempted at all because I'm like, oh, I know that thing's gonna pop up, so whatever. And instead of doing that, I've been listening to my audiobook, journaling, knitting, and playing video games. There's one day where I know I was on TikTok for hours. I can never find it, and it's usually like right there. Screen time. So yesterday it has me on the screen for about 12 hours, but honestly, I'm trying to figure out this this thing right here because 6 hours plus 1 hour is 7 hours plus 36 minutes. I'm not really sure what that's about, so I'm trying to figure out 12 hours. But I was on FaceTime and I was on the phone quite a while. That's interesting. But as you can see, messages 3 hours, threads 1 hour. So Friday it was 39 minutes. Instagram, threads. Yeah, I'd be on threads sometimes. There's actually some really good content ideas on threads typically, but mostly I was just saying stuff about the ice storm. And then, is this the day that I was like on TikTok? Yeah, it was 3 hours. 3 hours, and you can see I have like a time limit for it. But see how bad it was? 4 hours on TikTok. I could have been 4 hours doing something else. So I'm not too worried about the overall screen time because I feel like the way it accumulates it is a little weird because obviously it's adding everything up. So let's go back to Saturday, which was 12 hours and 37 minutes. I was on the phone. So I'm wondering if social also includes like on the phone. It's weird that it doesn't have FaceTime on here because I definitely was on FaceTime for a few hours yesterday. Okay, so it says 16 seconds. That is not true. I don't know where that came from. But I just feel like I could be doing better things with my time than scrolling, obviously. And doom scrolling has been like the number one thing that I need to like overcome. And it's just been really hard. Hooking up my Switch to my TV was one of the best things I've done. I'm playing Animal Crossing here in a minute. It's just loading. I love it. Look how cute. It is Wednesday now. It snowed Saturday night, Sunday morning, and then on Sunday night, it iced. It literally rained ice. It was frozen rain, which it was about 2 inches of that. So I want to say we got maybe 5 to 7 inches of snow and then 2 inches of frozen rain. So that was very tough to shovel, I will say that. So I had to go out there twice and shovel, and that was quite the task. I can't lie. I feel like I was a little humbled, but that just lets me know that I need to continue to stay in shape because even if you have like the electric tools and stuff to help you or the gas tools to help you shovel the snow, you're still going to have to shovel some parts. The ice definitely made this very difficult. So shout out to those who have ice storms. Y'all got it because this was crazy. But the county just came yesterday and a lot of people were very upset because they hadn't come yet. But honestly, I just don't think they were able to move the ice the way that they can move snow because we have snow plows, not ice plows. So today, like I said, it's Wednesday, they ended up sending out a tractor to scrape the road. And that's not going to be great because now the roads are going to have to be repaved, which is fine. That's what we pay, taxes for, right? You don't expect stuff like that to happen because even though I knew that it was going to be frozen rain and more ice than it would be snow, or the ice was definitely going to make it more difficult, I just didn't know what else that came with, what that was really going to look like. But this was crazy. And unfortunately, it might snow again. Hopefully this time it'll be real snow, but it is still looking like wintry mix. So we'll see. We will see.